rising every time I fall. Silken embers, touch me and you'll know the truth. I was never made for leaving, I was always made for you. I remember standing at the window, watching headlights disappear. Every daylight was a promise someone made and didn't keep out here. I had this habit of collecting all the weight that wasn't mine, carrying the storms of other people, thinking that was love divine. So I sat inside the quiet and I finally heard the truth, that the voice I kept ignoring was the voice that always knew. It said, girl, you are the music you've been waiting for to play. You are the open window you've been praying for to say. So I turned the music up until I couldn't hear the doubt. Let the violin inside me find the words to let it out. And I remembered who I was before I let them take my crown. I don't need permission to be whole. I don't need an audience for my soul. Something ancient lives inside this beat, calling me back to my own heartbeat, heartbeat. I am silken embers, soft enough to feel it all, burning through December, rising every time I fall. Silken embers, touch me and you'll know the truth. I was never made for leaving, I was always made for you. Made for you, made for you. Through the cold and through the flame, I kept whispering my name. Made for you, made for you, made for you. Every scar became my claim. I am silk and I am flame. Silken embers burning through. I've sat across from people who could see right through my smile, who never asked the real question, never stayed more than a while. But I graduated from the school of letting wrong things go, and I enrolled in something harder, learning how to let love show. There's a woman in this body who has walked through countless fires, who has climbed out of the wreckage of her own internal liars. And she dances now, not desperately but free inside the sound. She has finally stopped searching for what she already found. No more shrinking in the shadow, no more waiting for tomorrow. I have come too far to stumble. I have learned that soft is not humble, not humble. There are nights I press my hands against my chest and close my eyes, and I ask the thing that made me if it hears my quiet cries. And I feel something move through me like a warm and golden thread, stitching back together all the parts I thought were dead. I don't curse the darkness for the seasons that it gave. I just hold them like the embers of a fire going cold, and I thank them for the silk they wove to make me bold now. Bold, 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 bold. I am silken embers, soft enough to feel it all, burning through December, rising every time current carrying me down is the same one lifting me from the ground. Velvet undertow, velvet undertow. Take me where the real things live and grow. I stopped fighting what was meant to be. The undertow is always leading me. I built a life around the idea of being needed. Gave everything I had until the core of me was depleted. Smiled through the fractures, wore the calm like a religion. Made every single compromise feel like a sacred decision. But there's a cost to living only on the edges of yourself. There's a weight that builds in silence like old books on a broken shelf. I felt it in the evenings when the noise would finally clear. When I'd sit inside the quiet and the truth would reappear. Whisper in the name of who I was before the fear, before the giving swallowed up the girl who once stood here. So I let the music in, I let the violin speak first, and it said the things I needed through the beauty and the hurt. I stopped drowning quietly, I stopped making peace with less than me. Something real is pulling from below, something only I was meant to know. To know. Pull me like a velvet undertow, deep enough that only you would know. Every current carrying me down is the same one lifting me from the ground. Velvet undertow, velvet undertow. Take me where the real things live and grow. I stopped fighting what was meant to be. The undertow was always leading me, leading me through the dark and through the deep. I found gold I couldn't keep. Leading me. Every way was mine to keep. I am finally the sea. I've given rooms inside my heart to people passing through, who rearranged the furniture and never said thank you. And I kept on renovating every corner, every wall, trying to become the kind of love that made them want to stay at all. But I learned the hardest lesson in the softest kind of way, that you cannot build a home if someone's need to go away. So I reclaimed every corner, every ceiling, every door, and I decorated with the dreams I'd left out on the floor. Now the violin that plays inside this chest plays only true, and the undertow I follow only pulls me toward what's new. To the version of myself that doesn't shrink to fit the frame, to the woman in the mirror finally learning her own name. There are nights I close my eyes and feel the current underneath, something warm and old and knowing, moving just beyond belief. And I ask it where it's taking me, and all it does is pull. And I've learned that being carried doesn't mean I'm not full. I am full of everything I've survived and held and lost. I am full of what I paid for and the knowing of its cost. And the undertow is gentle now because I stopped the fight. Now it pulls me like a lover through the water toward the light, the light, the light, the light, the light, the light, the light. Pull me like a velvet undertow, deep enough that only you would know. Every current carrying me down is the same one lifting me from the ground. Velvet undertow, velvet undertow. Take me where the real things live and grow. I stopped fighting what was meant to be. The undertow was always leading me, through the dark and through the deep. I found gold I couldn't keep. Leading me. Every wave was mine to keep. quickly, leading me. Still here, still whole. I carry velvet wounds, the kind that shine in darkened rooms. I bleed but I bloom, I bleed but I bloom. Through midnight I consume, every scar becomes my tomb. I bleed but I bloom, yeah. I bleed but I bloom. It started with a silence I could never explain, a hollow in my chest that even laughter couldn't tame. I built my walls so high that no one ever really saw the version of me hiding somewhere behind it all. I painted pretty faces over everything I felt, smiled at every table with the cards that I was dealt. But late at night when everyone had turned the lights away, I sat alone and asked myself if I was really okay. The city never answers, but the music always does. It finds the broken places and it loves them just because they're real and raw and human and they breathe. And everything I thought was wrong is all I'll ever need. So I put on my heels and walked into the dark, let the bass line find the rhythm of my heart. And somewhere in between the beat and violins cry, I found a piece of me I thought had long since died. And I don't have to be perfect here, I just have to be real. And I don't have to understand, I just have to feel, just feel. I carry velvet wounds, the kind that shine in darkened rooms. I bleed but I bloom, I bleed but I bloom. Through midnight I consume, every scar becomes my tomb. I bleed but I bloom, yeah. I bleed but I bloom. Bloom, bloom, bloom. In the dark I found my light, velvet wounds that burn so bright. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Every fracture, every fall made me beautiful through it all. I bleed but I bloom, 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 bloom. I've loved the kind of people who could never stay, who lit my world on fire then just walked away. And every time I thought that I had learned my worth, another wave would come and knock me back to her. But I stopped seeing love as something I must earn, stop letting every loss become another burn. Because somewhere in the ashes of what fell apart, I uncovered something golden living in my heart. I found that I was worthy of the things I gave, that every gentle kindness I extended wasn't wasted space, that the universe was listening to every quiet prayer and slowly rearranging everything to meet me there. Now the neon lights don't feel so cold against my skin, the rain that used to drown me now just lets me breathe again. And when the violin plays out across this midnight room, I know that every wound I wear was always meant to bloom. I'm not running anymore, I know what I'm here for. I'm not hiding anymore, this is what I'm made for, made for. There are nights I still fall down and wonder why. There are voices in my head I cannot quiet or deny, but the kind that shine in darkened rooms. I bleed, but I bloom. I bleed, but I bloom. Through midnight I consume. Every scar becomes my tomb. I bleed, but I bloom. Yeah, I bleed, but I bloom. Bloom, 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 bloom. In the dark I find my light. Velvet wounds that burn so bright. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Every fracture, every fall made me beautiful through it all. I bleed, but I bloom. I bleed, I bleed, I bleed, but I bloom. Velvet wounds, I was always going to bloom, bloom, yeah. Through the midnight I bloom. Every wound, velvet. I was always gonna bloom. I bleed into the night, where the neon cuts my skin like light. I'm losing, but somehow I still shine. I bleed into the night, through the cracks where stars align. I'm bruised, but I'm moving. Baby, I'm still alive. It's midnight and I'm driving down an empty road. The city's full of people, but I'm all alone. I got this weight I've been carrying since I was young. Like every beautiful thing I touched just came undone. The violin Maybe this is what it means to be alive, to hurt this deep and still decide to survive, to dance when everything is falling all around, to find your voice when you have lost your sound. God, I feel you in the melody tonight. I feel you in the darkness holding up my light. I'm not perfect, I am broken, I am real, and this is how I know that I can finally heal, heal, heal. I bleed into the night, where the neon cuts my skin like light. I'm losing, but somehow I still shine. I bleed into the night, through the cracks where stars align. I'm bruised, but I'm moving. Baby, I'm still alive, still alive, still alive. Through the rain, through the fire, I keep rising higher, higher. Still alive, still alive. In the dark, I find the light. I bleed into the night, into the night. Still alive, into the night. I survive. Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember in the tide, burning slow but never died. Every wave that pulled me under only split the dark asunder. Ember in the tide, ember in the tide, soft enough to feel the cold, bright enough to break the mold. I was forged in what I survived. I used to hand my worth to anyone who asked, kept smiling at the future while I bled behind the past. Made peace with being smaller than the space I was designed for. Convinced myself that shrinking was what love was asking more for. But the body knows the truth before the mind agrees. It speaks in restless evenings and in tired expertise. And the heaviness of mornings and the silence after laughter in the distance, growing slowly between now and ever after. So I sat inside the ache and let it finally speak, not to break me but to show me I was never truly weak. The violin came in like something breathing through the wall, and it played the song I needed when I had no song at all. I stopped giving what was burning me. I stopped calling less than love a need. Something ancient cracked the shell around something real and glowing I had found. I remember in the tide, burning slow but never died. Every wave that pulled me under only split the dark asunder. Ember in the tide, soft enough to feel the cold, bright enough to break the mold. I was forged in what I survived, survived, survived. Through the current, through the flame, I kept breathing, kept my name. Survived, survived. Every loss became my gain. I am ember, I am rain. Tide and ember, still the same. I've loved in ways that cost cost me pieces of my foundation. Rebuilt myself in silence with no map and no ovation. And nobody saw the scaffold and nobody heard the work. Just the version standing upright, hiding every older hurt. But I am done with hiding, done with making small my history. Every scar I carry in me is a chapter, not a mystery. I earned the way I walk, now I earn the way I stand. I earn the right to take up every inch of where I am. So when the tide comes rolling, I don't run from what it brings. I let it move around me like the current under wings. Because I know that I am ember and the cold can't put me out. I've been through enough darkness now to know what I'm about. Some nights I press my forehead to the window, feel the rain, and I talk to something nameless that has always known my name. I say thank you for the break, and thank you for the wait. Thank you for the ties that showed me I could recreate. I am not the girl who needed saving from the storm. I am not the version built by someone else's norm. I am everything the tide revealed when it pulled back. I am ember in the darkness, keeping gold inside the black, the black, the black, the black. I am ember and the tide, burning slow but never die. Every wave that pulled me under only split the dark asunder. Ember and the tide, ember and the tide, soft enough to feel the cold, bright enough to break the mold. I was forged in what I survived, survived, survived. Through the current, through the flame, I kept breathing, kept my name. Survive, survive. Every loss became my gain. I am ember, I am rain. Tide and ember, still the same. Still the same. Still burning. Ember and the tide. Still burning through the rain. I was forged in what I survived. Still here, still glowing. Still the same. Still the same. I wore a fractured halo, broken but it still glows, falling through the shadows. Watch me find my way home. Fractured but I'm golden, every crack has been chosen. I was shattered to be open. Watch me find my way home. I never planned to be the girl who lost herself so quietly. It happened slow like seasons changing everything around me. I gave my energy to rooms that never gave it back. I me find my way home. I used to think that being home and having nothing broken, that strength was silence and that truth was better left unspoken. But I have watched the strongest women carry open scars and wear their histories like constellations wear their stars. There is a kind of courage that doesn't make a sound. It's choosing to keep standing every time you hit the ground. So let the violin play loud and let the beat go deep. I'm reclaiming every single dream I let them take from me. If you're standing in the wreckage of a life you don't recognize, I want you to hear the violin and let it find your wound. Because the most beautiful things always seem to bloom from ruin. And every single time I felt an answer in the dark, a warmth that moved through everything and settled in my heart. Because the cracks are letting something holy fill my soul, my soul, my soul. I wore a fractured halo, broken but it still glows, falling through the shadow. Watch me find my way home. Fractured but I'm golden. Every crack has been chosen. I was shattered to be open. Watch me find my way way home, through the fire, through the rain. Every loss became my gain. Way home, all the hurt was not in vain. I wore a fractured halo. Watch me find my way home. Fractured but golden. All my cracks are glowing. Watch me find my way. Watch me find my way home. I was made of glass and fire, broke 1,000 times but burned higher, running through the midnight rain, neon lights inside my veins. Made of glass and fire, every fraction made me brighter. I don't need to hide the pain, I was born to burn again. It's 2 a.m. and the city doesn't know my name. I'm standing at the corner where I lost my faith. The violin is cutting through the humid air, like someone knows exactly what I bear. I wore my heart outside my chest for way too long, gave pieces of myself to people moving on. But every empty hand has taught me how to hold something stronger than the stories I was told. I used to think that falling meant that I had failed, but every scar I carry is a path I trailed. And now I walk these neon streets with different eyes. I see the holy hidden underneath the lies. for the space I take. I stopped performing healing that I had to fake. There's something real that lives beneath the doubt and noise. A woman who reclaimed the fire and a voice. I danced in rooms where no one knew the weight I wore. Move my body to the beat and let the tears fall more. Because emotion isn't weakness on this floor tonight. It's the most human thing to let yourself ignite. They try to dim my light with everything they said, planted all their limitations in my head. But here I am, the violin is calling me, and I am finally who I was supposed to be. The city holds 1,000 broken, beautiful souls, all of us just searching for a way to feel whole. And in this moment under neon, under rain, I realize my healing and my joy are the same. Everything I lost became a door. I don't need what hurt me anymore. Something holy lives inside this beat. I am finally complete, complete. Broke 1,000 times but burned higher, running through the midnight rain. Neon lights inside my veins, made of glass and fire. Every fracture made me brighter. I don't need to hide the pain. I was born to burn again, burn again. Through the storm I found my flame. Nothing's ever gonna be the same. Burn again, burn again. I was lost but now I claim. I was made of glass and fire, glass and fire, glass and fire. I was born to burn again, burn again, burn again. Glass and fire, yeah. Neon in my veins. I'm still here, still here. I am glass and gravity, beautiful and breakable, falling with such clarity into something capable. Glass and gravity, hold me like you understand. I was never truly broken, I was learning how to land. I used to move through life like I was always apologizing for taking up the air, the space, the room without disguise. And the parts of me that didn't fit the mold they built around me, the feelings that erupted every time the silence found me. I swallowed whole the version of myself that they preferred, and smiled through every season while my real voice went unheard. But bodies keep the score and mine was tallying the debt of every truth I traded for a love that wasn't said. So one night in the middle of a crowd, I felt it crack, that careful I stopped turning silence into home. Something shifted in the frequency. Something ancient came alive in me. I am glass and gravity, beautiful and breakable, falling with such clarity into something capable. Glass and gravity, hold me like you understand. I was never truly broken. I was learning how to land through the storm and through the rain. Beauty lives inside the pain. How to land. I was never glass in vain. I am gravity and grace, learning how to take my place. I've loved the kind of people who were fluent in departure, who packed their things in silence and just kept on going farther. And every time I stood there in the doorway of believing, I told myself that needing was the same as not believing. But I was wrong and wrong again and wrong a dozen more times before I understood that love should never feel like borrowed dimes. There is a difference between patience and accepting less than whole, between surrender and the slow erosion of your soul. So I stopped waiting at the door and started building rooms inside myself, with windows that let in the violet blooms, with music on the walls and with the violinist prayer. And I became the home. I kept on searching everywhere. Some nights I lay completely still and listen to the dark, and I speak to something holy living deep inside my heart. I say thank you for the fall, and thank you for the weight. Thank you for the gravity that taught me I was great. I don't need the world to catch me, I just need to trust the fall, because the landing always teaches me the most important call, that I am glass because I let the light come pouring through, and gravity just means that something real is pulling me to you. catch the light. Every crack holds a reflection of the woman I found inside the night. Glass confessions, glass confessions. Break me open, let me through. I was hiding in the fractures till the fractures led me back to you. Choosing careful boxes labeled do not touch. Arranged them on the shelves of me and never said too much. Performed the version everyone had grown so used to seeing, and called it being private when it really was just fleeing from the rawness of admitting that I didn't have it right. That sometimes I was terrified of my own morning light, that I had built a life around the architecture of approval. And every time I felt too much, I'd schedule its removal. But the body doesn't forget what the mind tries to file away. And the violin found all of it one unremarkable Tuesday. It played something so honest that my careful boxes shattered. And for the first time in a long time, all the broken pieces mattered. I stopped sealing what was meant to breathe. I stopped bearing what was meant to grieve. Something cracked the surface of my car. Something true rose up to meet the song, meet the song. These are my glass confessions, fragile but they catch the light. Every crack holds a reflection of the woman I found inside the night. Glass confessions, glass confessions. Break me open, let me through. I was hiding in the fractures till the fractures led me back to you. Back to you, back to you. Through the dark I found the door, through the break and through the floor. To you, back to you. I don't need to hide anymore. Glass confessions at the core. You were there in every shard and more. I've held my breath in rooms where truth would have been inconvenient, been agreeable and palatable and carefully obedient to a version of myself that served the comfort of the space, while the realest parts of who I am were begging for their place. And I gave my best performances to people passing through, reserve my rawest moments for the 3 a.m. you. Whoever you are, something that has held me through the worst, that met me in the music when I finally let it burst. Because the glass I thought was weakness was the window I needed. The transparency I feared the most was where my light exceeded. Every wall I built in silence, every carefully sealed door was just glass confessions waiting to be spoken to the floor. I talked to something nameless in the spaces between songs, something patient, something present that has known me all along. And I tell it all the versions of myself I try to hide. Every fracture, every failure, every ocean I have cried. And it holds it without flinching, holds it gentle, holds it near. Says the glass was never broken, it was just becoming clear. Becoming clear. Becoming clear. I am not the sum of what I sealed away in shame. I am every glass confession spoken freely with no frame. heart's at the core. You were there in every shard and more. Every shard and more. Every shard. Glass confessions, yeah. Every crack caught the light. I was never broken, just becoming clear. Back to you. Always back to you. I wore a hollow crown of light. Looked like gold but felt like night. Beautiful from every side. Empty where I learned to hide. Hollow crown of light. Hollow crown of light. Now I lay it at my feet. I was never the performance, I was always the heartbeat. I mastered the art of the perfectly composed expression. Turned every open wound into a well-rehearsed confession. Gave people what they needed from a distance that felt safer, and called it strength when really it was just becoming paper. Thin enough to fold into whatever shape they wanted. Translucent in the places where my realness was most haunted. I smiled through celebrations, feeling miles from the room, like watching my own life through glass inside a borrowed costume. And no one ever asked because the performance was convincing. Cause the crown I wore was bright enough to keep them from distinguishing the woman from the armor, from the role I had perfected. The girl underneath the gold who only wanted to be accepted. I stopped being who they needed me to be. I stopped shrinking till there was no room for me. Something broke the glass I hid behind. Something true came flooding through the fight. Through the fight, I wore a hollow crown of light. Looked like gold but felt like night. Beautiful from every side. Empty where I learned to hide. Hollow crown of light. Hollow crown of light. to something quiet that had waited very long. Said I'm here now, I'm listening. I'm done pretending to be strong, strong in the way that empties you of everything that's true, strong in the way that makes you just a mirror for the room. Now my strength is in the softness of admitting that I ache. Now my crown is made of everything I chose to not forsake, to not forsake, to not forsake. I wore a hollow crown of light, looked like gold but felt like night. Beautiful from every side, empty where I learned to hide. Hollow crown of light, hollow crown of light. Now I lay it at my feet. I was never the performance, I was always the heartbeat, the heartbeat, the heartbeat. Underneath the golden shine, underneath the careful line, the heartbeat, everything I hid was mine. I am breaking and divine. This real crown is finally mine, mine, always mine. Hollow crown, yeah, I laid it down. The heartbeat was always real, always mine, always mine. Always mine. I'm writing songs in neon light, prayers that only live at night. Every word I couldn't say out loud becomes a song inside the crowd. Neon songs, God can hear me on the floor. I was never lost, I was just learning what my heart was searching for. I grew up thinking faith was only found in quiet rooms, in folded hands and Sunday clothes and soft familiar tunes. But something in me always felt the sacred in the sound of bass lines moving through my chest and vibrations in the ground. Like maybe worship wasn't only kneeling in the light, maybe it was dancing through the questions late at night. Maybe it was standing in the middle of the storm and still believing in the beauty of your form. I found my prayers between the violin and the beat. I found my God in every rhythm underneath my feet. Not the version wrapped in guilt and handed down as fear, but the one that whispers you belong exactly here. I don't need a perfect voice to cry, lighting up my days. I've carried shame like it was something stitched into my skin, like the mess I made outside was proof of chaos within. But shame was never handed down from anything